food is crucial to attract people to a city. Yes, business is so important here, but food is, it brings happy memories.
And one of the things London is great at doing is ethnic cuisine. We have an incredible diversity in terms of cuisines from all over the world.
The London culture has grown, it's changing so quickly. The restaurants are changing with that, and with that is coming diversity in our cuisines. You can eat the best of the best in London now.
I think London is the best place to work as a chef.
I truly see London as the culinary hub of the world now, and I do visit all the others.
London's like an international city, and part of the reason people come here is because it's so diverse and thriving, and that's what's so attractive about this place.
London really has always been known for high quality exotic foods from various parts of the world. And these many cuisines are also from Asia.
Rocker and Hakkasan, these kind of restaurants have really put Japanese and Asian food, Oriental food, on the map.
The London restaurant scene is booming despite the economic climate. At the moment, when things are difficult, in terms of London anyway, is really successful. We've got more and more restaurants opening every year. The London restaurant scene is booming despite the economic climate.
The problem that Thai restaurateurs now face is that trying to get good staff is almost impossible.
If this legislation doesn't allow any Asian chefs, like Thai chefs, to come over to the UK, it's going to be a real disaster for creativity and diversity in cooking of Thai food here in London and also around the UK.
The fuel, it's like any business, you need experts. To grow your business, you need to have the best of the best. And if you've got a Japanese restaurant, the best people in your business are going to be the Japanese people. Their culture, their ideas, their vision, their history, all this stuff they bring to us is priceless.
The minute the diversity goes, London will go down as the food capital of the world, which I find a great shame.
But because of the restrictions already, which they were imposed 2 years ago, we had put our expansion plan on hold because there is no way now we can actually recruit the specialized chefs, the specialized cooking techniques to expand our restaurants of quality.
We, the Hakkasan Group, have had to shelve expansion plans in the UK for some of our brands because of this visa threat. It will cost the economy a lot in terms of jobs and taxes, etc.
The totality of the legislation is going to impact on new concepts and ideas which require very specialist expertise or a very high level of cooking beyond European menu and cuisine. It would be extremely difficult to implement any ideas or innovations in the way this country has been able to do for the last 10, 15 years.
The biggest problem we're going to have is growth, because every kitchen needs to have all that cultural influence. Now, I'm not really prepared to open kitchens for the sake of opening kitchens. It's important to us that we have our cultural heritage within the sites. So there is somebody there to turn to, someone is to guide the chefs and to guide the team. And if we stop that growth, we stop providing jobs and we stop, obviously it's not good for our business either.
I am Thai and it takes me 20 years to become a master chef of the Thai food. I got my cooking teacher. She's helped me to develop my skill a lot because she cooked for the princess and teach me the food is come with the history.
I was very fortunate to grow up in a kitchen environment. My father was a chef, so it's in my blood, it's in my family. How did I get into Japanese food? Really, when I came to London, the most influence I've ever had was from my chef here, who's been working with me now for 4 years. Yokichi-san, he's had a major influence in this restaurant. He has an amazing skill. He was trained as a Western chef as well. His influence on me as a chef has been massive. I have a Western palate, and I trained in French food. He has a Japanese palate from all his life.
My name is Yokichi Tamasui. I'm from Japan. I started cooking when I was 18 years old, so now it's 25 years in cooking. I'm doing this job. My father was a restaurant noodle shop, so I born in there. I grew up with my parents' family, so I try to help them.
Yeah, for me it's slightly different because I'm brought up in the UK, and my family actually sort of involved in the restaurant takeaway business side of things, but then I decided to go on training to be a chef. I came across with a foreign chef who actually mentored me for a couple of years in a Japanese restaurant. I was disciplined in the way that how to prepare the food, and it was the most inspirational period, and it opened up my career path really. Whereas you go to dim sum, it's totally different set of skills, and I don't think that would be taught or learned in 5-6 years, because after you make the pastry, you need to season it. So I think that is a different skill set altogether.
I've been cooking professionally about 6 years. I've always loved Southeast Asian food. I've travelled there a fair bit. I work with David Thompson, and he's been a big inspiration for me, as for probably everyone here at Nanyang. He's the way he cooks food, the way he tastes food, his style of interpreting Thai food, and he really inspired me. It takes you a long time to learn, and you really need to learn from either an Asian person or someone who's a real expert in that cooking Asian cuisine.
I cook it from the early childhood with my mom and dad. I grew up in the farm because of the fruit, vegetable, and animals. We make our own cheese, yogurts, and I was always passionate about the food because I think it's the most important thing in life to cook every day. Fresh produce.
The way Indian kitchens are run is that we have various stations for each region of India.
Rogan Josh is from Kashmir. Kashmir, like saffron, is grown in Kashmir. Chilies, the Kashmiri chilies, and those are the only chilies they use to make Rogan Josh. The judgment of the temperature, marinations of the meat, it's very critical. If we are not going to understand it, if your meat is not well marinated, if your temperature is not correct, you won't be able to make it in time, the correct product or anything else.
I think to kill off your ability to bring in specialist talent or chefs is almost suicidal for innovation.
So Chinese food now is not being seen just as street food or takeaways. It is actually being compared with the finest French, Japanese, Italian.
There's a maybe lack of understanding about how specialist the skills can be to know how to cook a particular cuisine. It's not something that you can, at the higher level, just train somebody to do. They've had to have lived it, they've had to have experienced it, and they've had to have experienced it in their home country.
For us, luckily we've been able to overcome this by chefs who have been able to, funny enough, get working visa to work in Thailand for 3-4 years, and then to bring back the skills required. So that's the irony for you.
Because few people have had the good fortune as I have had to be able to spend time in Thailand, to live and train and eat there. People might go and visit, but very few people can live there.
It's too soon now to kind of suddenly cut off that intake of skilled ethnic chefs and expect the restaurant industry to cut it. An industry that's, putting huge amounts of money into the government coffers, that's, generating a huge amount of VAT.
The restaurant sector is one of the most labor-intensive sectors in the country, and for every person we import, we do hire 12 to 13 people locally.
At the fast food and the fast casual level, it doesn't affect it as much as the specialist offering or the much more high-end offering.
I can imagine there's no way without not any Asian chefs to open Asian restaurant, because you really need someone who show you how to do it.
I mean, if we could possibly turn this situation around and say, we'll reorient and we're going to carry on, wouldn't we do that? So why do we have to keep on begging and pleading to be able to run a straightforward business?
Blocking the Asian chefs to come to this country is, I find that disappointing in a sense where we would still need those chefs for them to come in because they always bring something new.
Such a shame to see the food of such a great nation, such a complicated, sophisticated cuisine being so poorly done because there's not the very people who can cook it able to come here. I don't understand that.
The cultural side of what the Japanese people bring to our restaurant is key. The skill level, yes, but the culture they bring and the awareness of Japanese lifestyle to our chefs and to our customers is the key thing. If we take that away, we're going to have major problems.
You don't think that legislation is going to affect regional England or the rest of the United Kingdom as much as Greater London? I think that reality needs to be addressed. Discerning demand for food that are much more specialized, much more ethnic, and get less of the choice in terms of quality and sophistication of the cooking.
Some of the guys that worked it now, it took them 6 years before they really began to stride confidently through the recipes.
Probably 10% of our chefs actually pick up on it. Very few can go all the way through our kitchen and actually come out the other side. And if we take away this influence, we would never be able to get to where we've got. That's for sure. It would become very, very difficult, if not impossible.
Hi, my name's Macaulay. I'm a chef apprentice training at Namya.
Hi, I'm Charlotte. I'm an apprentice chef. We train here to become chefs in a real kitchen.
This is a course promoted by the government, which is quite popular. It's a 1-year course where you study 1 day a week at college, doing cooking there, and they place you for 4 days a week at a work placement.
I know they're young, without any experience, but I can see I have 2 of them. They got really passionate about cooking.
I've always had a passion for Asian food.
I chose the Thai route because it's something out of the ordinary in a way. It's not just like basic cooking that you'd find in a hotel or any like London restaurant. There's a lot to it, it's quite advanced.
Chef Matthew that comes in and he knows the curries and he's happy to teach you, he's happy to stop what he's doing just to show you.
It's not just set like 10 years then you'll be a master. With Thai food I think it's a matter of you never stop learning. So I think you can be a master and keep learning, so it's like it will never, I don't think there is a set time limit.
The bottom line is, yes, I understand some of the issues that the government are facing, but if they don't try and understand the collateral damage, they have to understand that the Hakkasan route is inward investment. This is money being invested from abroad, creating jobs, creating opportunities, and creating a reputation for the country. I certainly don't want to see all that thrown away.
If we start to take away the staff to fund it, to fuel these restaurants, the quality is going to go down. There's no doubt about it. The expansion will stop, and then London will become again just another place on the map. It won't be a food destination.
But you do need someone there who has got the ability and who has got the understanding and the skill required to develop the concept, develop the menu, and more importantly, to train the chefs at the first place. And I think that is the dichotomy of where we are with the current argument